Almost 2026, so we're already there, man. New year. It hasn't been the best for our coach, our manager. He needs to, for the entire Man United, if you just look back at 2026, it hasn't really 2025. Sorry, my mind is so focused on 2026. It's 2025. If you look back at this year, we've faced so many low moments, man. We've really faced so many low moments, so many bad moments. Oh man, it hasn't been our year this year, man. It genuinely hasn't been our year. Losing to Tottenham in a final. Oh, all right, finishing 15th. I'm just happy that we can forget about 2025, right? Man United, we haven't really done our thing, bro. We haven't really done our thing. 2025 hasn't been it. 2025 hasn't really lived up to expectations. We need to just focus on the new year, bro. Focus on the new year. Focus on 2026. Let's see what Sir Jim and the Glazers are gonna do, because this will show us whether they're serious or not. Because, Ruben, it hasn't been perfect. We need some players in the January transfer window. And that's another major thing, bro. The window is about to open. Let's get in one or two guys, bro. Let's buy somebody in the January transfer window, because it's just 2025 has been low for us. At least if we can strengthen the team, January transfer window, if we can do something the second part of the window, because we messed up against Wolves, man. We really messed up against Wolves. We underperformed against Wolves. It wasn't the best situation. You could have accumulated more points, Manchester United, right? That game against Wolves, it was there for the taking. We should be above Chelsea right now. So, Man United, we're wasting too much time, wasting a lot of time, and we are wasting a lot of time with the board. Let's see if they're really serious, because you can see Ruben Amorim is struggling, bro. I wanted to give him until the end of the year. Here we are, bro. Here we are, January 2025. I wanted to give the man until the end of the year. Here we are, bro. Here we are. It's not it. It's not it. He's underperformed. He's been underwhelming. At least I really thought Ruben Amorim could turn it around, bro. I really thought Ruben Amorim was gonna turn it around. My mindset was, okay, new season. Let me give him until December, bro. December, 6 months, almost 3 months of the season, more than 3 months actually of the season gone. Let's see if there's any progress. Let's see if there's any consistency. That was my mindset. Okay, let's see. He has new attacking players. He's gotten rid of the players he didn't want. So with Ruben Amorim, let's see, will he survive 2026 playing like this? I don't think so, because I think by now he should have been sacked by now. Let's keep it real. If Sir Jim Ratcliffe was a bit more serious, if Sir Jim Ratcliffe was a bit more a better owner, bro. If Sir Jim Ratcliffe was a better owner, I think Ruben Amorim gets fired by now. But it's been too inconsistent, man. The season has been too inconsistent. We can't even think of 2025 and say, yo, this was a good moment for us, because right after we win, it's a loss or it's a draw. Lack of consistency, man. And you can't really do anything as a club. We're a mid-table team now. We are a mid-table team now. Like, Ruben Amorim, I think he's failed to impress. The players have failed to impress. The board has failed to impress. So we're in a situation where, bro, from top to bottom, Man United is done. It's done, bro. It's genuinely done from top to bottom. So Jim Ratcliffe, you have an owner that's clueless. The manager is inexperienced. The players are below average. So from top to bottom, it's just it's just a mess right now, man. It is just a mess. I think with the Joshua Zersky situation, he might genuinely call his agent, hey, can I leave? Can I leave in January? Let's see what happens in the January transfer window, because both these guys can literally leave, right? Kobe Mano, we don't know what's going to happen with him. We don't really know what's going to be going on with Man United. We were so up and down as a club. That's the most frustrating thing. Inconsistent. You don't know what they're going to do January transfer window. You don't know what they're going to do summer transfer window. So Sir Jim Ratcliffe, I think all the blame has to go on Sir Jim, right? For me, I can't really... right at this point, it's all on Sir Jim, right? Because whether you're Amorim in, Amorim out, right? If you're Amorim out, you're looking at the situation saying, hey, why is he still in the job? Sir Jim Ratcliffe, why haven't you fired him? If you're Amorim in, you're looking at the job and saying, yo, why hasn't Sir Jim brought in better players, right? That should have been the situation. Overall, Sir Jim has failed. Omar Barada, the man is he's underperformed as well. So Man United, we're in a situation where you don't know what next, bro. You genuinely know what's going to happen next, right? You genuinely don't know if we're going to improve. Bro, no one can tell you what to expect in 2026 with Manchester United. No one can predict, right? We can genuinely finish top 6 or even below the bottom half of the table. It's that tight, bro. It's that tight with Man United. And right now, I think the best way is just parting ways with Ruben Amorim, man. With Ruben, I've given him the time, bro. My mindset was, okay, January, let's see if he can be consistent. January, let's see if we're playing better football. January, let's see if there's something we can genuinely hold on to. With Ruben, I gave him time, bro. I gave him time, but right now, it's not looking good. When you're failing to win against Wolves, it looks like some of these players, they look lifeless, man. Even the substitutions he's making, removing Zersky when we need a goal, it's only 1-1. It's really looking lifeless right now. Man United, hopefully a better situation happens, bro, because we haven't looked good. We haven't looked good for such a long time. We've lacked consistency for such a long time. And it's hard for me to just put it on Ruben, but overall, as the manager, you got to take a lot of the responsibility, man. A lot of the responsibility. Do I think a lot of these players are good enough? I don't think a lot of these players are good enough. I think we have a basic midfield. I think we kind of overrate Cunha. Cunha is a good player, but people make it seem that like he's world class, right? But he's not world class. He's maybe a 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10 when he's performing, right? When he's performing. But a lot of our players, one, they lack consistency. Two, they lack a lot to succeed, right? That's the thing. Man United, we lack a lot to succeed. It's been heartbreaking, bro. It's been heartbreaking. Still thinking about that Wolves performance, man. We should be enjoying the new year, enjoying this and that, but Man United keep ruining the vibe for us, man. Ruining the happiness, man. But for me, I don't think he's gonna survive because Ruben Amorim already, the writing is on the wall. The media not really on his side, right? I think a lot of fans have lost hope with Ruben Amorim, right? Nothing is really going well for him, right? For me as a fan, since nothing is on, like we have no power, bro. We just have to wait and see what Sir Jim Ratcliffe does, what the board do, right? Do they keep Ruben Amorim? Do they fire him? But if they keep him, hopefully he succeed, bro. Hopefully he can win us some games, because next season we can't have another season where it's back to one game a week. At least get Europa League. At least get Champions League. Next season, it shouldn't be a situation where you're back to one game a week, right? One game a week. Come on, guys. So I think everything is down to Sir Jim. Let's see how the games go on from now until like February. I think these 2 months are gonna decide whether Ruben Amorim is the manager or not, bro. Because he's really TikTok, bro. Time is not on his side as well, because we know football right now. Football is just about winning. Football is just about performing, right? Nobody cares if this or that. Nobody cares if you don't have your own players, this or that, because you don't need your own players to win against Wolves, right? That is the situation, man. That's a game where even me, I can't make excuses for Ruben Amorim saying, nah, he doesn't have his own players. No, he wasn't backed in the in the summer window, this or that. Against Wolves, you don't need your own players, bro. You just have to manage, and that's what Ruben Amorim needs to start doing better. The management during the substitution, the in-game management. You're seeing, okay, we're failing to create chances. Make better substitutions, bro. Why are you removing a goal scorer like Zersky and then bringing in an academy kid? That was a bad decision. And it's not like, hey, Fletcher was going to come in and get us a goal. So I didn't really understand that substitution. Even in the Newcastle game, I feel like we just survived, bro. We just survived. We were really, really... bro, we were just surviving. That's the notion. Man United were just surviving in that game, right? There are a lot of games you look back and say, yo, we messed up. Everton, Tottenham, and one is because of a lot of the players. Two, it's also down to the manager, bro. I think both players and the manager got to take responsibility for a lot of the games we've dropped points in, right? Sometimes Ruben Amorim, Yassine, his formation holds us back in some games. Sometimes it's his substitution, right? You're 1-0 up against Newcastle, and then you take off Martinez. That doesn't really make sense. You're taking off Casemiro, a guy that's really doing something in the midfield. It doesn't really make sense. At least we got away with that situation, right? We got away with that situation against Newcastle. Looks like Wolves, we weren't saved against Wolves, but 2026, just hoping for something better, bro. Just hoping for something better, a better situation. Hoping that, as Manchester United, we can start winning again, bro. Because it's frustrating to just see Arsenal doing their thing, challenging for a league. Liverpool are back winning games, right? Man City challenging for the league. It's frustrating seeing your rivals, and us, Manchester United, we're begging for top 6. We're begging for top 8. Come on, man. We should be there with Man City. We should be there with Arsenal challenging for the league. And the board have really let us down, bro. The board has really let us down. Past 10 years, it hasn't been good enough. Oh, man. I put this down on Sir Jim, bro. I can't even just only say, hey, it's Amorim's fault, this and that. I put this down to Sir Jim, the board, because manager after manager is the same situation. Looks like we're on a decline, bro. We are on a decline right now. Every manager, you can see that it's getting worse. It's getting worse, bro. We're on the decline. And at this point, as fans, we got to open our eyes and say, yo, this is a reoccurring situation. Manager after manager, manager after manager, we're struggling. So there's only one common denominator at this point. It's the board, bro. It's the board. The people that are running Man United, manager after manager. Even with a new manager, I think we'll be back to this point where we're saying, oh, the new manager needs to go, the new manager out. It's a cycle, bro. It's a cycle. At least now, the cycle with Ruben Amorim, it came earlier than other managers. Other managers, it's like after 3 seasons, that's when we realize that, okay, maybe he's not the guy. But this is a cycle for Manchester United. Every 3 seasons, every 2 seasons, it's we gotta look for a new manager. And that's just down to the board, bro. That's just down to the board. People running Man United, they've really failed, man. They've failed us. They've underperformed, and I'm just begging and praying that everything just gets better, bro. 2026, hope it's a year for better performances. I hope it's a year for consistency, man. I hope it's a year for consistency. But the way we've been playing, so up and down, here you win, tomorrow you look good, tomorrow you look bad, the next day you look average. It's not sustainable, man. It's genuinely not sustainable. Hopefully, January, these guys do bring in somebody. We're hearing Fabrizio Romano talk about, for sure, a midfield will come in the summer, but we need reinforcements now, right? We can't throw away this season. I think we're still in a conversation for top 4, regardless of whether we drew that game or not. The 4th spot is still open. So we can't throw this season away, man. We're still there. We just need to hold on. We just need to hold on. Whether it's a new manager, whether it's new players, just try your best to get something. Top 4 needs to happen, bro. We can't go next season again. Man United are not in the Champions League. I think that would be horrendous, man. That would be genuinely horrendous. But hopefully we find something, bro. Hopefully we find something. Hopefully we are in a better situation. Hopefully we are doing our thing, man. Doing our thing as Manchester United, bro. Because it hasn't been it. It hasn't been it. I have to keep it real, right? I have to keep it. I genuinely have to keep it real, bro. I genuinely have to keep it real. And in 2026, I think it's just about improvement, man. It's just about improvement with Man United. Let's see whether it's but for me, I've lost hope with Ruben, man. I've really lost hope with Ruben Amorim. I hope he can turn it around, but hopefully he can. You're saying good morning, Amorim and Manchester United, glory. Hey, shout out, bro. Do you think he can turn it around or not? Yeah, Man United. I don't think he can turn it around, bro. I genuinely think we're coming towards the end. We are coming towards the end of the Amorim era, right? Because you can see some players, I don't know, is it the players, is it the manager? I think it's mostly the manager. That you can see the poor performances when Diallo is playing for Man United, and when he goes for AFCON, it's a completely different situation. And I know that people say, hey, AFCON, the level is less, this and that, but bro, he's actually scoring goals from outside the box, bro. Football is football. The type of goal Ahmad scored, it doesn't matter which team you're scoring against, right? It's still a good goal. Outside the box, curling it. It doesn't matter which type of team you're playing against. That's still a good goal. That's still a quality goal. He scores that goal against any team. So I think you can see the differences, man. You can see the differences when players are going for internationals, when players are playing for Man United. They look completely different. They really do look completely different. Obviously, international football, it's a bit slower, this and that, but I don't know, man. I think the phase is over. I genuinely do think the phase is over, because we gotta start winning now. We got to start winning now. We have to start delivering now, right? We have to start delivering now. And hopefully these guys have a plan, bro. 2026, they need a plan. Because we can't be here again in a year saying, hey, we're still we're still sixth place, this and that. In a year from now, we should be, at least next season, we should be challenging for major things, bro. Not even major things. At least we should be up there. A stronger team, a more competitive team, a world-class team, bro. You can build that in the summer. So let's just hope in a year's time we're not here talking about, Man United was still up and down, we're still inconsistent, we're still failing to get 5 wins in a row, right? So ish. Ah. And I was seeing like a stat of like Ruben Amorim. I think he has like a lower win percentage than Gary Neville, bro. Which is worrying, bro. Which is genuinely worrying when you're winning less games than Gary Neville. That is worrying, bro. That is worrying. Ish. When you genuinely have less wins, a lower win percentage than Gary Neville, it's actually devastating, bro. It is actually devastating. It's worrying. It's devastating. He has a lower win rate than Gary Neville, lower win rate than Frank Lampard. Some of the worst managers football I've ever seen. All right, Gary Neville for sure, as a player, he was unbelievable. But as a manager, he even admits it himself, Gary Neville, that, I gave up on management because sometimes you gotta know yourself. Sometimes you just have to know yourself, man. I gave up on management because sometimes you gotta just know yourself. Bro. Let's just hope everybody enjoys their new year, though. Ish. I know Man United is literally making us lose our minds, but hopefully everybody just enjoys their new year, bro. Let's not just focus. Don't let Man United destroy your new year, this and that. It's frustrating. Bro, it's annoying at the highest level. It's annoying at the highest level. But don't let Man United just destroy your new year, bro. Just if you're going out, go out. If you're just chilling, chill. If you're with family, chill with family, bro. Don't think about Man United too much, bro, because it will make you lose your mind. It will genuinely make you lose your mind. Just relax and do your thing. Yeah, we've been we've been trashed for so long, bro. We've been trashed for so long. So it's like some of us are really we're kind of used to it, bro. Like, so now it's like ish. It doesn't even hit you. It doesn't even hit you that hard because we've been horrible for so long, bro. Over 10 years we've been horrible for so long. So when you lose, it's like ish. You sometimes expect it, bro. You sometimes expect it. With Ruben, hopefully the man can turn it around, man. Hopefully the man. I don't think he's gonna turn it around. I've lost hope with him. But even if we get a new manager, it might be the same situation in 3 years. So we're just in a mess, bro. We are just in a mess. I don't know where to go from here because we've tried everything. We've tried the experienced manager. Bro, we've tried that before, right? An experienced manager, Jose Mourinho, we've tried that. A philosophy manager, Louis van Gaal, we've tried that, right? A new up-and-coming manager, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, we've tried that. So we've actually tried everything, man. These philosophy back three manager, we've tried that, bro. We've tried everything. We have tried everything. You're saying even if we change the manager, yeah, we'll be back here, bro. So we've been here for such a long time, bro. We have been here for such a long time, so it's just disappointing, bro. It is extremely just disappointing, underwhelming, right? We've tried everything. Philosophy managers, experienced managers, back three manager. We've tried it all, man. We've actually tried it all. So, what next? What next? Someone like Zidane, I don't think it will work. Obviously, a new manager will do better, right? But it's like we're cursed, bro. It's like we are cursed. Because if Jose Mourinho, a guy that was winning, obviously right now Jose is finished, but when he joined us, he wasn't really that finished, right? He was still okay. He was still okay in management. But if a guy like Jose Mourinho can fail to perform with this board, I just think the main thing is the board, right? Our main problem is the Manchester United board. If Jose Mourinho, a guy with everything, can genuinely fail to perform with this board, then bro, what hope do these other managers have? Right, Jose, bro. Yeah, I also think the owners are the problem, bro. Because even all the managers, once they leave, they saying, yo, it's a disaster upstairs. It's a disaster upstairs. Upstairs, the board are confused. The board are confused. It's a disaster. It's a disaster. Yeah, they don't, I wouldn't say they don't back the manager, but ish, they don't have a system, bro. They don't have a system. How you doing, bro? How you doing? They don't have a system where, okay, this is how we're gonna play. This is how. We even heard that interview. I don't know if it's Louis Van Gaal, the Louis Van Gaal quotes. He was saying, bro, Man United is not a club where managers can succeed. We've seen every manager, bro. Every manager comes in with hype. Eric Ten Hag came in with hype. Jose Mourinho came in with hype. Louis Van Gaal came in with hype. And they've all failed, bro. They've all failed, right? Louis Van Gaal said it, bro. You can't succeed at Manchester United because of this board. I think the board makes it hard, bro. Obviously, Ruben Amorim, I think he's the worst of all the managers we've had, but you can see the board. It's a reoccurring situation, week in, week out, season after season. New manager, it's gonna be the same thing in 3 years, bro. It's gonna be the same thing, the same situation in 3 years. So, bro, it hasn't been it. I won't even lie. It hasn't been it for Man United. We've been up and down. You're saying you thought Omar Barada, Jason Wilcox, and all the rest will bring change, but none, no change, bro. No change, you're right. I think, hey, Omar Barada, this man, he's a time waster, man. So Jim, Omar Barada, because let's keep it real, man. What change has he done, right? What change have we really seen? No real change. Under Sir Jim, we've finished the worst we've ever finished, right? Under Sir Jim, it's the worst it's ever been. I think before we were either you finish top 4 or you win a trophy like an FA Cup or something like that. But under Sir Jim, it's going to be season after season, we're just not winning anything. We're not doing anything. So, it's been a disaster, bro. It's been a disaster. Sir Jim Ratcliffe has really taken us down. Sir Jim Ratcliffe has really underperformed. Just praying that everything is better for Man United. Yeah, bro, you're right. I also wish the Saudis would have done something, because just because the Glazers are still there, so they still have a bit of control. Right, the Saudis would have removed everybody, changed everything, built the new stadium immediately. So it's a disaster, bro. It's a disaster with Ruben Amorim. It's a disaster with Sir Jim Ratcliffe. Yeah, what they did with like Newcastle, bro. Newcastle were amazing, bro. Newcastle were amazing. Let me just get something. I'm coming. Let me just get something. I'll be back. Yeah, bro. Newcastle, what they did with Newcastle would be amazing, bro. It would have been amazing, bro. The Saudis were the answer. Saudis were really the answer, bro. If we could do something like that, it would have been a better situation. A better overall situation. They've just destroyed us. They have just destroyed us, bro. But it's frustrating that we're going to end 2025 with a draw. Bro, it's been a horrible year, man. It's genuinely been a horrible year. We lost to Tottenham. I think Onana has a lot to take on that, right? At least we got rid of guys like Onana, bro. Now get rid of Altay Bayindia. But it's like season after season, it's the same thing. A lot of these players, they all come in with hype. I don't know what happens to them, right? All these players, they come in with hype. When Anthony came in, nobody thought he would flop like this, bro. When Sancho came in, nobody thought he would flop like this. same. Players and managers, they all come in with hype. Nobody thought, okay, with me, I wanted Ruud van Nistelrooy. It is what it is, but I never really knew like who Ruben Amorim was, right? I wanted Ruud as an interim, and then you go and get Inzaghi after that, or get. I wanted like Carlo Ancelotti though. I wanted like Carlo Inzaghi, but Ruben Amorim, I didn't know who he was like at Sporting. I saw his game against Man City. Obviously, we were hyping that game up. People were hyping that game up, and then I said, hey, maybe Ruben Amorim, he is a world-class coach. Let me give him some time. Let me give him a chance. And it is what it is, man. Sacking him now is just gonna be another cycle, bro. Another cycle like last season where the new manager, he comes into a situation where, it's all disorganized. It's gonna be like last season, the way we sacked Eric Ten Hag. It's gonna be deja vu. The new manager comes in. It can go either way. It can go either way. Maybe the new manager comes in and thrives, or the new manager comes in and then it's gonna be another situation where he needs time, this and that, that and this and that. So it can go either way, bro. So right now, the decision making from the board, it's gonna determine where we end at the end of the season, because it can genuinely go either way. You sack Ruben Amorim now, he can do well. The new manager can do well, or he can do badly. It can really go. Nobody can predict these things, right? No one can genuinely predict these things, right? Nobody predicted that, okay, Amorim was gonna be worse than Ten Hag. He comes in, less points, less goals. Nobody could have predicted that, right? Nobody predicted that, oh, Ruben Amorim will come in. Maybe there are some people that said it like, oh yeah, this guy will be a horrible coach. I never knew who he was. Maybe there were some people that would say, no, Man United shouldn't get this manager. This manager is a horrible coach. Maybe there were some people saying that, right? But nobody, when he came in, I think a lot of people were hyping him up. Oh, Ruben Amorim this, Ruben Amorim that. I made a post on the channel saying, hey, we should keep Ruud van Nistelrooy as the interim. People saying, no, Ruud is a PE teacher. Ruben Amorim is the real deal. So nobody expected the man to fail, bro. Everybody thought, okay, this is a proper manager, up-and-coming manager. He's young. Look at what he's doing with Sporting, this and that. And then people gave him a chance, bro. People gave him a chance based on that, based on his CV with Sporting, right? He had a great CV with Sporting, this and that, winning trophies in Portugal, this and that. So I don't think there are a lot of people that really thought, okay, this guy will come in and finish 15th. Nobody really expected that. He'll come in and have a worse record than Frank Lampard in the Premier League. Nobody expected that, right? Have a worse record in football than Gary Neville. Nobody expected Ruben Amorim to have a lower win rate than Gary Neville, right? So nobody expected that, bro. Everybody thought, hey, this guy's gonna pop. This guy's gonna do his thing. Ruben Amorim is the man. I don't think there's anybody that will say, nah, this guy, he's not the guy. He's gonna fail. He's gonna underperform. So, let's see what the board do, bro. Let's see what the board actually do. Let's see what they actually come up with, because we need a new manager, bro. We do. I don't think right now, because it might be the same cycle, but I've lost confidence with Ruben. I've lost confidence with Sir Jim Ratcliffe, Omar Barada. I was part of the problem hyping this guy up. Oh, he's from Man City. I thought Omar Barada was gonna change everything. I was part of the problem hyping the guy up, but right now I've just realized that, okay, the guy is a time waster. Omar Barada is not taking us anywhere. So Jim Ratcliffe, I gave up on him a long time ago. The Glazers, we already know how useless those guys are. So it's just a mess, bro. It's just a mess. It's just a mess. I gave up on a lot of these people, man. Omar Barada, I've given up on the guy. The only guy I have faith in is Jason Wilcox, just because we're seeing the results from Jason Wilcox, right? Aiden Heaven, you can see Aiden Heaven coming in, performing. The young players, Jason Wilcox is doing his thing. But Omar Barada, I've given up on this man. Sir Jim Ratcliffe, I gave up on Sir Jim a long time ago. Ah, man, the Glazers, I gave up on them a long, long time ago. Bro, there's no one at the club that I have full confidence in. Players, managers, I've given up on them. Especially our players, man. You can see that they're inconsistent, unreliable. It's frustrating. It is genuinely frustrating. It is genuinely frustrating. Hopefully we see better situation, better scenarios, but that's Man United now, bro. That is Man United now. You don't know where we're gonna go. You don't know what's really gonna happen. Ruben Amorim has been up and down. Let's see, man. Let's see what 2026 holds for us. But yeah, Happy New Year to everybody, man. Happy New Year to everybody. Hope everybody don't think about Man United too much, bro. Enjoy your New Year. Enjoy your holidays, this and that. Enjoy your time, New Year, this and that. Don't think about Man United too much, bro. Like, hey, Omar Barada, Sir Jim Ratcliffe, the Glazers, these guys they'll just give you a headache. They will just give you a headache, high blood pressure. So, thinking about Man United right now, today, just enjoy the New Year, bro, because thanks, bro. Enjoy your New Year, bro, because Man United, we're a long way from the top right now. We are a long, long way from the top. Hopefully everybody just enjoys, bro. You're saying, but what manager would be ideal for me? For me, if we fight him right now, I think Inzaghi would be amazing, bro. Inzaghi, he took Inter to a Champions League final. You saw him perform with guys like Mkhitaryan. If a manager can reach a Champions League final with Mkhitaryan, Darmian, then it means he can cook with anything, bro. We saw Inzaghi, Inter versus Barca that game, how he tactically outclassed Barcelona, and Barca were the favorites for that Champions League. Obviously, they lost in the final against PSG, but you could see he reached the final with an old team, bro, an old team. So Inzaghi, for me, he would be perfect. He would genuinely be perfect for Manchester United. Inzaghi, he would really cook. He would really do his thing. He would be good, right? Because Ruben Amorim is like, he needs too much, right? He needs too much. He needs this specific wing back. He needs this specific midfielder. A good manager cooks with anything, bro. A good manager, look at Sir Alex Ferguson. He was making average players look good. He was cooking with academy players. You're saying Inzaghi would be your option, but our players have an ego problem. Yeah, maybe that is a factor, bro. Maybe that is a factor. But I don't think too many of our players have an ego. I have a feeling Ruben Amorim got rid of a lot of the egos. I think Sancho was the guy with the ego here and there. But Bruno, we will probably get rid of Bruno in 2 seasons. I don't see Casemiro being there. So if we truly want to rebuild, bring in a manager that has already done it before, right? That has already built from the ground. I would have, even me right now, bro, I wouldn't reject somebody like Jurgen Klopp. I wouldn't, because I've seen him do it with Liverpool, bro. Limited funds, this and that, rebuild an insane team. So I would even take Jurgen Klopp, man. I would even take Jurgen Klopp. I know he would never come the Man United rivalry, this and that, but I would even take Jurgen Klopp. At least get somebody like Jurgen Klopp, who you've already seen him rebuild a team from down under. Somebody with experience, bro. Somebody with experience rebuilding teams, right? We saw what Jurgen Klopp did with Liverpool. Liverpool were finishing below average. They were nothing, and then he came there, build the team, made them competitive without money, with limited money, bro. limited money. So I feel like we need a manager like that has experience with rebuilding, that has done it, that's been there, done that, right? With Ruben Amorim, he lacks experience at the top level. We've seen so many of his interviews saying, "Hey, I didn't expect this." Right? With an experienced manager, he wouldn't say, "Hey, I didn't expect pressure like this." It wouldn't happen, bro. If your manager is experienced, it wouldn't really happen. Him saying, "Hey, I didn't expect pressure like this." Right? It doesn't happen with experienced managers. Experienced managers, they already know that, okay, at the top level, there's going to be pressure. At the top level, things are going to happen, bro. I'm going to challenge myself. But yeah, ish. It hasn't been it for us, man. It hasn't been it for us. 2025, let's just leave it behind. 2026, let's see what holds for Manchester United. But hopefully, everybody just enjoys their new year, man. Happy New Year, man.